Hey everyone, what is going on? So we're covering more Ultra League content in the Go Battle League featuring Mini Dave 101. We featured him before on the channel, so he's using a super meta team. Don't worry, we have more unique picks coming up, including Golduck in Rank 9 battle, so that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to watch that. But for right now, Mini Dave is using Cresselia, Obstagoon, and Charizard. So Charizard, definitely a very powerful Pokemon. It defeats a lot of common picks, such as Registeel, Escavalier, obviously any Steel type, and other picks as well. So it's definitely a really solid pick, and I absolutely love Charizard, doing a lot of damage with that Blast Burn. But either way, let's go ahead and start commentating on these battles. We do see an Obstagoon. It recently got a buff, taking that Body Slam, able to take it because Obstagoon is so tanky, as you guys know. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's pretty tanky. So Obstagoon gonna be shielded from that Snorlax, not wanting to get knocked out. Switching out, not able to go for a charge move. Maybe he had a charge move on, I'm not really sure. But this Obstagoon, this is buffed, going for the Gunk Shot. Probably not knocking it out. Oh my gosh, it actually did. Wow, I thought Hariyama would have been able to take that, but still able to knock it out. That is absolutely crazy. Not surprising, just crazy. So Scizor does knock out and finish that Pokemon, but in comes Charizard. Charizard obviously doesn't have to worry about a thing. Could have taken the Night Slash, but if you have a shield, you might as well use it and just Fire Spin down at this point and able to burn that Scizor. So any Steel type Charizard basically going to incinerate and set on fire. So it absolutely burns the Ultra League. So we're jumping in again. Cresselia versus Empoleon. Okay, so Empoleon, I've actually honestly been having trouble with myself. So much so that I've actually just started using Empoleon because it's really good. Now, Obstagoon can handle it because it has counter, but again, the Waterfalls and the Hydro Cannons are still going to be doing a lot. Let's see if Cresselia can out-tank this. Empoleon going to be able to take those Hydro Cannons. It probably can because of Grass Knot. Now, Grass Knot is only neutral to Empoleon, but Cresselia gets to it really fast, and it still does a good amount of damage, right? So probably going to be able to beat the Cresselia. I don't think this Hydro Cannon is going to be enough. Cresselia will shield. The Hydro Cannons plus the Waterfalls may have been enough, though. So Cresselia is able to get to a Grass Knot. Will we see a shield coming from Empoleon? It's possible. Yep, Empoleon wanting to shield, switching out into Obstagoon, trying to feint that Empoleon. It does feint Empoleon. In comes Giratina. So Giratina, wow, very interesting. The Shadow Claw Giratina going to be double resisted by Obstagoon. And Obstagoon has the super effective Night Slash. Okay, bringing in Lucario now. Again, not another good pick. Trying to catch the Night Slash, which was successful, but the counters are going to be doing a lot of damage. Although, I guess to be fair, Lucario is doing a lot with counter as well. So Lucario going to use Power Punch. That will definitely knock out the Obstagoon, despite being a weak move. Obstagoon is double weak to it and was super low. So Charizard just able to easily finish off Lucario. Lucario, not the most common pick, but it's definitely a Pokemon I see, as you guys see it as well. So it's definitely a good one. Okay, so we have Gyarados versus the Cresselia. We'll have to see how this matchup goes. I mean, Crunch going to be super effective. Dragon Breath doing a lot of damage as well. Going straight Moonblast. Yeah, I think that's probably the correct way to go. Grass Knot is going to be neutral, but you could also get the attack drop as this Cresselia did. Plus 2 Moonblasts going to be enough to knock out Gyarados. So Cresselia just probably going to go straight. I mean, unless if Grass Knot is enough, but I don't know if Grass Knot at that range is enough. So better be safe than sorry, just go straight Moonblast. So that will knock out Gyarados. So taking an easy lead. Bringing in Scizor though. Okay, so both of these moves going to be resisted. But Cresselia already did its job, so might as well let it go down at this point. Although it is going to farm up, but this Moonblast could possibly lower Scizor's attack, which is definitely going to be huge if it does. We'll have to see. Actually, it's not really going to matter, to be honest, because Charizard's in the back. So, okay, switching out into Obstagoon. Out comes his own Obstagoon. It's just a counter game. Or you just double shield this, right? I mean, even if it's a Night Slash, going to be resisted, but it doesn't matter. Just double shield it. Count it down Obstagoon. Get it super low. Okay, going for the charge attack. It's probably going to be shielded, but it doesn't matter. And then Charizard can come in and Fire Spin down Scizor. A lot of people do run at least one Pokemon weak to Charizard, whether it be Scizor, Escavalier, Registeel, Melmetal, although Melmetal actually technically beats Charizard if it doesn't have an energy advantage, but you guys get the point. Not everybody does, but at the end of the day, you could still see that Blast Burn still does a lot of damage, even to like Swampert, right? I mean, it's still like almost, probably does like 40% to Swampert. Against Cresselia, it's probably doing about that. Obstagoon, same, you know? I mean, it's still doing a good amount of damage. Blast Burn is just so powerful. I mean, I know Charizard's not the only one that gets it, but, yeah, ultra powerful Pokemon. I love it. You know, yeah. So next up, Cresselia versus Cresselia. So another drawn out match. Yeah, you guys know it. Looks like the opponent's Cresselia lagged a couple of times, but it happens in the Go Battle League, of course. So the opponent's Cresselia gonna go what I assume to be a Moonblast. Yep, definitely gonna be a Moonblast. No reason to go for anything else. So it looks like this Moonblast is coming out from his own Cresselia. Mini Dave going for that Moonblast. Lowering the attack. So this Cresselia, not a guaranteed win, but definitely has the advantage because he did debuff the opponent's Cresselia. So we'll have to see if a debuff is coming out from the opposing Cresselia. Nope, no debuff. Okay, so going for the Moonblast. Looks like he's getting ready to switch. Maybe he's trying to bail just in case the opponent switches. Another attack drop. We might see a switch coming out from the opponent. The opponent may play it out. Nope, they do switch to catch the Moonblast. And I would say that's okay. I mean, Moonblast going into a Lapras is not that bad. You would generally prefer the Grassy Knot, but getting another attack debuff. So that's actually fantastic against the Lapras. So now Obstagoon can come in, use super effective counter attacks, and just go for Night Slash. Lapras going to protect itself, but I mean, an Ice Beam, the attack fell. The Ice Beam's not going to be enough to Surf. Skull Bash wouldn't even be enough, right? So Surf definitely really not doing that much damage. Going for another Night Slash. Lapras is really tanky, but, you know, it's still doing a lot of damage. And yeah, Lapras going for what I assume to be another Surf. We'll have to see if it's a Surf. Probably going to be, yep. So the damage ultimately added up, but Obstagoon able to win. However, switching into his own Charizard, so not allowing Lapras to go down, switching into Charizard, Night Slash, going into that Charizard. Looks like this Obstagoon just wants to get off as much damage as possible. Charizard going for the Dragon Claw that will be shielded. Obstagoon wants to get to a Night Slash, so Dragon Claw coming through. And Obstagoon does get to that Night Slash, so this Night Slash will put the Charizard really low. Oh, Charizard shields, okay. Oh, an attack buff, but the Charizard's going to feint the Obstagoon before another Night Slash can come out, unfortunately. In comes his own Charizard. You do have to watch out. Could be a Blast Burn, could be a Dragon Claw. It's going to be either one. It's going to be a Blast Burn. Doing a lot of damage. Again, Blast Burn also does a lot to opposing Charizard, like 50%. It's crazy how strong, I mean, it's resistant and still doing a lot, right? So, okay, so this Charizard, the shiny Charizard, going to shield, Mini Dave going to shield that one, wants to get to a Dragon Claw, able to get to it to knock out the opposing Charizard. So it looks like the shiny coming in. So able to knock out that Charizard, in comes the Cresselia, one Blast Burn should do it. Oh, but the Cresselia does get to a charged move, so the Blast Burn not going to be able to knock out Cresselia, but that's okay. In comes his own Cresselia, and this should definitely be a wrap because this Cresselia is healthier. Oh, it should. I don't know. Yeah, it should be because you can go for the Moonblast and then the Grass Knot, right? You don't need two Moonblasts because the opponent should get to a Moonblast first. So if you go for this Moonblast, you're gonna have to go for a Grass Knot unless it. Yeah. Oh, time up. Never mind. Never mind. He just won from time up because he had more health. So ultimately, it didn't matter anyway. But that was actually a close game. So that was a really good game on both players' sides. So next matchup, not a great situation for the Cresselia. I'm curious if Mini Dave is just going to play it out. So leaving in the Cresselia right now. So it's Charge Attack coming through. We know it's going to be Night Slash. So Night Slash, yep, as we can see. And just going for the Moonblast. Now, because Pokemon such as Scizor and Escavalier are really squishy, Cresselia can actually win the matchup, and that's like generally if they get attack debuffs. So as you can see, switching out into Charizard, almost trying to feint it, taking a lot of health from Scizor. Now the Charizard is going for a bait. Let's see if Togekiss falls for it. He does, so nice Dragon Claw. I don't think I would have baited that just because I would have felt like it would have been too risky, but it worked out for him, so obviously he's in a better position because of it. Togekiss shields again, so up 2 shields, going to have to invest a shield to get to a Blast Burn, but the Blast Burn will be enough to knock out Togekiss because, as I said, we know how... Oh, maybe it won't be now. The buff. So will it still knock it out? I feel like it won't. No, it doesn't. It comes very close, though. Look at that buff, right? Look at that buff from Ancient Power, and Blast Burn still almost knocked it out. One more Fire Spin. So, a KO, a double KO, but it still favored the Charizard because he took both Togekiss's shields. But you can see how powerful Ancient Power is and how powerful Charizard is. So Obstagoon feinting Scizor, and in comes Poliwrath. So Poliwrath going to be super effective with Dynamic Punch, but he's just going to go ahead and give up that game, not looking too hot. So, yeah, so far Mini Dave undefeated with this team, right? Yeah, I think so. So that's pretty cool. So jumping into the next game, going to be Cresselia versus this Togekiss. Okay, I like it. So generally, we'll have to see how this matchup goes. I've played it quite a bit. Togekiss actually bailing into Registeel. That's an easy switch for Charizard. I feel like the opponent shouldn't have shield switched, because honestly, that Togekiss against Cresselia is not that bad of a matchup. You're probably... I mean, Togekiss can win if it invests both shields. However, you also have to, factor in the fact that it could possibly get the debuff against Togekiss, and that wouldn't be good. But Togekiss would still deal out over time a good amount of damage. Yeah, I would have played out that matchup. It's not a great matchup for Togekiss, but I still would have played it out. So Charizard is going for the Dragon Claw, able to get it through. Okay. This Giratina going for a charge attack. Mini Dave allowing Charizard to go down. So Dragon Claw will allow that Charizard to collapse. In comes Obstagoon. Obstagoon does... switching into Togekiss, and this Cresselia switches and goes immediately for Moonblast. Has the energy. Nice way to save it up. Togekiss shielding. Getting the attack drop. That's absolutely huge for the Cresselia. Although at the end of the day, I still think Cresselia generally it favors. However... Charm is still adding up, and, you still might want to shield these attacks because Charm is still a powerful move. So, Cresselia are going to go ahead and go for that Moonblast. That's going to be shielded, so double shields coming out from the Togekiss, okay? Togekiss really wanting to win this matchup, going for a Moonblast from the Cresselia's end. So, that's going to do a lot. One more Moonblast, lowering the attack again. So, whatever, this is not going to knock it out after those debuffs. It's going to be an Aerial Ace, not even close. So switching into Giratina, could have stayed in one for Moonblast, but obviously the correct play was to switch out into Obstagoon, because you do not want that Obstagoon against Togekiss. It's not that bad because this Obstagoon has Gunk Shot and there's no shields on the opponent's end. So Obstagoon could get to that Gunk Shot, so probably not the worst situation in the world. But anyway, this Obstagoon is going to be able to knock out the Giratina. And it's probably going to be able to get to a Gunk Shot. It doesn't even need a Gunk Shot. I don't know if it could have made a Gunk Shot anyway, but I don't know. It's kind of difficult to tell. Probably not, barely not. I don't know. Either way, Night Slash was enough, so it doesn't matter. So good game. So jumping into the next one. So we'll have to see how this game plays out. Might be the last game. I'm not really sure. I mean, we were set in more than 5 games. I feel like it's like 6 games in this video, so not, a lot more, but okay. Cresselia versus Togekiss again. And, so yeah, same matchup. Let's see if the opponent... Oh no, the opponent bails into Registeel. Is this the same trainer? It might be, honestly. I don't know. It honestly might be. But Registeel going to go ahead and go for Flash Cannon. Charizard is going to easily resist that. It could take 2. So Charizard just going straight Blast Burn. At this point, it's not really worth it to bluff. Just go for the Blast Burn. No shield, as you could see on the opponent's end. So Registeel going to go down. So huge situation for Mini Dave. Giratina comes in. It's the same exact team as the last battler, so it probably is the same battler, but who knows? I mean, these are common Pokemon, so maybe not, I don't know. But either way, Charizard already did its job, going to allow it to go down. It took out a whole Pokemon, so thanks a lot, Charizard. So bringing in Obstagoon. So Obstagoon, okay, Giratina switching out. Again, same play, Cresselia switching out and going for that Moonblast ASAP. So Togekiss going to go ahead and shield. And it looks like this Togekiss is going to get to a charge attack. Probably going to be Aerial Ace again. So Cresselia going to go ahead and shield that one up. And this Cresselia going to go for that Moonblast. So going to go for the Moonblast. So that Moonblast going to be shielded. No attack drop. So again, both shields used, but no attack drop. Cresselia going to go ahead and go for another Moonblast. Will we see an attack drop? Possibly. Yep, we do get the attack drop. And that Togekiss is going to go ahead and go for a charge attack right now. Going to be an Aerial Ace. That gets Cresselia, not really that low. Switching into Giratina. Out comes Obstagoon. I feel like this is actually the same game, to be honest with you. Is it? I don't know. Is this the same game? I'm going to have to look at the recording because this feels like the exact same game. So I'm going to go ahead and opt to shield that. And yeah, this Obstagoon is going to be able to get to the Night Slash. Maybe he sent me the same game twice by mistake, and if that's the case, I apologize to you guys. I didn't even realize it. But in comes Togekiss, and it's going to be the same situation, going for Night Slash. So it's probably the same game. I'm going to look at it again. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.